Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, reach out to me and my crew with our new direct access purchase inquiry line, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. tmosso at thewatchbox.com is your direct inquiry line for questions about watches you see here on Watchbox Reviews. And today we are discussing the Grand Seiko Heritage Collection High Beat Automatic SBGH254 in Zaratsu polished stainless steel and yellow gold. This is a 2017 model year 150-piece limited edition watch using the historic Grand Seiko 44GS polyhedron case style. Now on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, you get a good sense of the watch's size. Not terribly thick at 13.7 millimeters. The watch is a reasonable 46 millimeters from lug to lug, 50 millimeters on the nose if you include the solid end links to the bracelet, and the diameter is 40 millimeters with a 19 millimeter size between the lugs if you want to accessorize with a strap. But the factory bracelet is handsome and secure, well made, and should probably be considered your first bet, as unless you simply can't wear the watch on a bracelet due to wrist size issues, it's grand and well suited to the watch. As you can see, a combination of staggered link alignment, staggered link size, staggered link finish, polish and satin, as well as staggered link metal with yellow gold as well as stainless steel. You'll also appreciate that on the underside there are gaps to vent the wrist and avoid trapping wrist heat on a hot day. You'll also appreciate the use of screws, as Grand Seiko bracelets in steel and precious metal use screws rather than the pin sleeves of the titanium bracelet. You'll note the use of a half link on both sides of the clasp for fine sizing, and then there is a deploying clasp single fold with twin trigger release, milled out swing arms, and a yellow gold Grand Seiko medallion with a blasted base featuring media blasted surfacing, and then a lovely polish on the raised and relieved letters and borders. Roll to the case and it's something special. The 44GS case was born in 1967 with the 44GS watch, and while Grand Seiko over the years has toyed with a million different case shapes, and Seiko itself still millions more, the 44GS itself has been an enduring symbol of the brand and probably one of the few iconic case shapes that most collectors associate inextricably and eternally with the Grand Seiko brand. The two can never be parted. The 44GS is handsome, and it's a wonderful canvas on which to work the Zaratsu black polishing. Now this is actually Zalitz machine polishing, done on spinning tin plates, and the Zalitz machine, though it has its origins in Europe, sees its foremost practice and application today in Japan by Grand Seiko. The black polish, the optically smooth mirror surface of this stainless steel, is executed by applying craft knowledge and eye-hand coordination with finger pressure, as the surface itself is pressed against the tin milling plate. So though it's millimetrically identical from side to side with no asymmetries, this is a hand-finished, hand-eye and craft knowledge finished case. So you're getting a true hand-finished watch at an acceptable price point. This is no Patek Philippe grand complication. Now because it is black polished, you're also getting a standard of optical finish that you generally would only see on movement components of extremely expensive and manually executed Swiss movements. Here you're getting it on a component the size of a case. Now you can see there's a combination of curves and creases on the 44GS, as well as a little bit of a concave slope underneath the mid-case profile. You have an angular bezel that juts out, and you can see how it's actually countersunk into the profile of the case to thin out the watch. Polished yellow gold, and then there's more yellow gold on the dial. This gold dial, described alternately as brown gold, brown bronze, or mocha, is a spectacular metallic sunburst with a grain radiating out from its center. You can see there's a flange outboard for reading the minutes and seconds. The aperture for the date, the Grand Seiko logo, all of the indices, and the hands themselves are manually finished by artisans who only create these dial components using micrometric diamond-tipped milling tools. So not only is it a hand-finished watch externally, but also internally, as Grand Seiko dials are among the best in the business, right up there in the mass market with Rolex, which is the standard of the industry, or maybe that's vice versa. Grand Seiko, Rolex is looking up to you. Screw down crown, 100 meter water resistance, caliber 9S85, high beat, 10 beats per second, 36,000 vibrations per hour. The 37 jewel movement has stop seconds, as well as a quick set function that allows you to cycle the date should it run down or encounter an irregular length month. Make sure we finish cycling our way through the date. And you can see that the timepiece, though not explicitly a sports watch, is 100 meters water resistant, and so it is viable for aquatic activity. Now, the movement with a 55-hour automatic winding power reserve, remarkably long autonomy for a watch that beats 10 times per second, 36,000 vibrations per hour like a Zenithal Primero. The movement is adjusted in 6 positions, not the Swiss chronometer standard of 5 positions, so an unerringly accurate watch. This watch actually meets standards per Grand Seiko of -3 seconds plus 5 seconds per day. Remember, COSC is +6 -4, so a very accurate watch, a durable watch, a beautifully hand-executed watch, and because of its 40mm case size, a watch that almost any wrist down to 14 centimeters circumference can wear. A manufacture movement, world-class execution, and a brand that is quite rare in the West, even since its 2010 international launch. A true connoisseur's timepiece. This is the Grand Seiko Heritage Collection SBGH254 limited edition of 150 pieces.